stage in the first round. Please give it up for Simone. Clap as Simone makes her way to the microphone. Keep giving it up, keep giving it up.
Daddy, you should have told me you would never be much of one. You should have told me you were never coming to get me, and I would watch the sun set on childhood waiting for you to just pick me up. You should have told me that I would fall asleep by the windowsill after crying my little heart out to you in hopes that if I cried louder or cried longer, you would feel it wherever you were. You should have told me my mom would have to pry me off that very same windowsill and carry me to bed after kissing the droplets off my cheeks. You should have told me my mom would try to erase my weakness towards you by saying it was a weakness of me. Simone, you can't be so gullible. You can't get tangled in the fairy tales your daddy weaves. But little did I know, those were once the fairy tales she believed. And at age 7, you see, that's hard for a little girl to conceive, because not keeping your promises came with ease. Should have told me it'd be weeks before we heard from you again. And when we did, my little heart would begin to beat again, and I would wait again every time for you by that windowsill. And I wish this was the last line, the last rhyme, the last time you let me down, but it's not. There was once when I really, really needed you. But instead of going after them, it was me you fought. I was 17, too naive to even breathe my own thoughts, and at the hands of my own family was how I got caught up, and I still sleep on the edge of the bed. Because I don't want to give my cousin an excuse to climb in or feel his hands on my innocence. Not like that ever stopped him. I was a slave in the family trade and everyone used me. But like an old pair of stockings that had been used one too many times, I had to run. So I ran to the family mocked as abnormal, but the only ones that kept it steady. Simone, you don't have to see anyone until you're ready. And it was those two angels that protected me. Meanwhile, the others told you I was boy crazy, and you believed them. Told you my hormones were out of control so you didn't console me. Unknown to you because you really didn't know me, the only thing out of control was my extracurricular activities. And then you told me you were flying out to straighten me out. But it wasn't me that was crooked. And there's no way you could have possibly known all that I went through because I never told you, but shit, I never told anyone. And for some, I never had to. But I thought you would invest faith in me like I always invested in you, even though you hardly ever came through and I hated you. And it took me over 2 years just to forgive you. So you should have told me to not accept excuses when people disappointed me. You should have told me that because of you, I would never make promises that I can't keep. You should have told me I'd be weak every time a man left my life because I just don't know how to let go. And I want to say it's your fault, but I know it's because of me. And could you blame me? I kept waiting for them to come around like I waited on you. I kept giving them chances. But now I realize it's time for that you to be replaced with I, so maybe I should have told me. And it's my time to be real and just tell you. And I know that anyone that knows you knows that if you heard this poem, it would break your heart, but from the start, mine was already broken. And I'm hoping that I can exhale all the hell I endured through the word that is spoken. And in the daytime, I still pray to see the Grim Reaper floating because I still don't sleep at night. I know I'm alone, but I still have doubts, and every time I lay quiet, I hear my mind's muddled shouts, so I spit on the mic to cleanse myself. And with each line, I get my insides, and spit shine to the inside out, because you never told me that having to be father would be worse than doing without.